Okay, well, we are live on the Google Hangout this morning for the Cadillac call. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we're trying to get some people on here who went to the cash giveaway last night or yesterday during the day. And don't worry, if you went to the cash giveaway, you should have a link in your Facebook if you're in the Gelsner National area. Okay. That you want to go to, and you click on that, and that's what's going to bring you onto this so that we can see you. So right now we've got Kate. It doesn't matter if you have makeup on or not. I think we're trying to get Trisha in, and she and Nikki are getting their hair done right now, so I don't know where they are. Tracy's here, but she's muted for now. Someone else just came on. That's Brianna, okay, because I see her Cadillac picture. Oh, that's Trisha. I see Trisha. Okay. Yeah. Well, Trisha's okay. Hi, Trisha, you're there.
Okay. I'll show you what she's good. Okay. Yeah. I think I need to pick up something.
Okay, so Kim, can you text Trisha to mute herself? Okay.
No.
All right. So we are gonna. So Trisha and Nikki, we can't see you, which is fine. But go ahead and mute yourselves for now. There you go. Perfect. Because I'm gonna give a little bit of recognition. Okay, Tammy, is she on? She's just texted that said working, question mark. I don't see Tammy. So you might want to come in here, Kim, for a little bit and be watching what's going on so I can do recognition and see if anybody needs any help on this, okay? All right, so first of all, we're going to do some recognition. I'm so excited. Welcome to the Google Hangout on this day. Tammy just texted a message that said working, question mark, so I don't know what that means. All right, so here we go. Here are the people with one or more new unit members in for the month, okay, you guys? We've got, I'm going to include the DIQs on this because this is exciting. Vicky Paul, Michelle Superat, Jamie Riley, Susan Riordan, Kate Unger, Amanda Collins, Jamie Lopez, and Trisha Bless. And if you are on and I can't see you because you didn't go to Wisconsin thing yesterday, text me, okay, so that I know that you are on the Google Hangout so we know who's all on here, okay? All right, now with two new unit members, we've got Mary Isaacs, Becky Mueller, Brianna Douglas, sorry Brianna, and Brandy Lampman. Woohoo! Okay, you guys, here we go. 5 by the 15th. 5 by the 15th is a big honking deal, and today's the 15th, so don't give up on that, okay? You can get that done by midnight tonight. Okay, so Vicky's on the video call. Good, we've got more people coming on. Okay, welcome, welcome. All right, now with over $1,000 in production, here we go, you guys, with over $1,000 in production right now. That means they're getting a paycheck on the 1st. Who's excited about that? Paychecks. All right, here we go. Okay, Tammy just sent a message there. Okay, we've got Brianna, Douglas, Brandy, Lopez, Terry, Crystal, Riley, Mary McIntosh as a DIQ, and Jamie Newbecker as a DIQ who have over $1,000 in production. Congratulations. With over $2,000 in production, we have Mary Isaacs, and then we have, who is a DIQ, we have Megan Cruz and Cara Skelser. With over $3,000 in production, we have Amanda Collins, yay, Susan Riordan, and Becky Mueller. They are going for that $5,000 by the end of the day, you guys. You can do it. Now, with over $5,000, we have the Heidi Gelser unit. With over $7,000, we have the Tammy Clout unit. And with over $15,000 in production, we have the Nikki Hill unit. Congratulations. All right, now you guys, these are 3 units that are earning new cars this month. So I want you to write their names down and send them Voxer messages, send them texts, send them notes in the mail. But Amanda Collins is going to finish earning their first free car this month, and they need to finish with $9,000 in production to do that, okay? So Amanda Collins, you guys, write her name down. Jamie Riley, I think they're finishing their 4th car in Mary Kay this month, and they need $15,000 to finish. So if you guys want to send a message to Jamie telling them you can do it, that would be awesome. And Tammy Clout, they are earning that Cadillac, and it's looking like they need total $27,000 to finish, so they only need $20,000 more. Yay, Clout unit. We are so excited for that. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so this is where we are with our first line. We're right at 30,000 in for our first line. The goal is 85,000. And actually, you guys, that's not a bad number because we figure we triple by the end of the month. So today's the 15th, and we're right at a third in. So this is exciting. We are on track to finish our goals of 85,000 in the first line. The second line is at 16,000. The goal for second line is 60,000. So we're less than a third of the way there for that second line, okay? So we really are looking to hit that 60,000 with the second line. Third line, we're right at 1,000. We're looking at 10,000, okay? So we're working on that one. My unit, the goal for my unit is 15,000 to hit everything we want to hit, and my unit has 5,300 in, okay? So our total for the month that we want is 165,000, and we've got 52,000 in. So we're a little bit short of the third of the way in, just so we all know that. Okay, now thank you for filling out the Google Doc. We're getting better. Try to get those to me by Sunday night, you guys, so that we can really think about those. We're going to add a point system for that. Okay, I've got Tammy joining the Hangout. Tammy, are you on now? Okay.
Can you invite, click the add person?
Okay, click the add.
Above your head.
Above my head.
Click that.
Right here? This?
One.
Okay.
Yep.
Hold on, we're adding something. Okay.
Where it says email.
Yeah.
Start typing Tammy Cloud.
This right here?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Tammy Cloud.
Yep.
Just hit her.
Name.
Okay.
And hit invite.
Invite. Okay.
And let's see if that goes to her.
Okay, we're trying to get Tammy on the line here, you guys. All right, awesome. Okay, here we go. So here's your faces. Remember, we're going to recognize anybody who does over 10 faces personally for the week. And the person who did that this week is Brianna Douglas. Woo! Yay, Brianna. Okay, with sales, we're recognizing over $500 in sales. And we have Becky Mueller with 505. Congratulations, Becky. And Brianna Douglas with 765. Congratulations. Well, that goes together with 10 faces, doesn't it? All right, with the bookings, shut the front door on this. Okay, we're excited about this. With 5 or more bookings recorded. Okay, we have Trisha Bless with 5 new bookings. We have Becky Mueller with 7 new bookings. We have Jamie Lopez with 9 new bookings. And you guys, 23 new bookings for the week. 23 is Brianna Douglas. Congratulations, Brianna. Super excited, you guys. Congratulations. All right, and with new team members, it's very interesting how this all went together. Every single director with 5 or more new bookings had a new personal team member, okay? So Trisha, Becky, Brianna, and Brandy and Jamie Lopez. They all had new team members. So congratulations to you guys for that, Brianna. Trisha, Becky, Brianna, and Jamie Lopez all had new team members. That's so exciting. And they all had 5 or more bookings. I don't know. What does that mean? They're on the phone. They're talking to people. They're not only booking parties, but they're also getting new team members. So there you go. And then with unit faces, we're recognizing people with 5 or more unit faces in addition to their personal faces. So with 5 or more, we have Brianna Douglas, and we have Brandy Lampman that saw 5 unit faces. And then with 6, we have Becky Mueller and Megan Cruz. So there you go. All right. Yeah, Brianna, I get it with the iPad. The iPad's a little bit difficult for this Google app. Okay, so she just texted. Now, you guys, I want to say, before we have the people talking who were at the event yesterday, I just want to say, you guys, our goal this year is Cadillac's careers and changing lives, right, you guys? Our goal is to earn Cadillacs and double our area size, becoming senior directors, becoming future executives, Nikki, finishing this national area, right, you guys? And there is plenty of time to do this. Nikki talked about yesterday at the event that she had 50 unit members in the month of December, and they went on and they built to 100, and that's how they earned the Cadillac and did their first unit club by June 30th. You guys, it does not matter where you are right now. It does not matter, but it does matter that you add people. Okay, that's the biggest key, you guys. People bring production. And as I just look at all the numbers, that is just where we're weak, is bringing in 10 new a month, you guys. Don't worry about the production. Focus on the people. Are you working? Nikki talked about those career chats yesterday, that she was focused on 40 career chats a month, no matter what, 10 a week, 10 a week, 10 a week. How are you going to get those career chats done to get the new unit members in? Because I promise you, it doesn't matter if you're in any car right now. It doesn't matter what your unit size is right now. If you are focusing on 10 new a month, you guys, you are going to get to that Cadillac. That's what it's going to take. And so be a bulldog about that. Get excited about unit size. If you look at the newsletter, those of you who are in Wisconsin, I delivered it to you yesterday at the cash giveaway. Those of you who are out of town, it's going in the mail today, but we'll get it emailed out if it hasn't been already. But you guys, we only have 3 units that are above 50 and then 2 units that are above 100, okay? That's only a third of us. And that's so key, you guys. Unit size matters. So I want you just to totally just not even worry about that production. The production will come with the people, okay? So being a bulldog today about seeing how many unit interviews you can do today, the 15th. I talked to the DIQs yesterday. How many interviews are they going to do this week before I talk to them again next Monday? And just so you guys know, I got a new computer. It's right here. I'm so excited. Right here, new computer my husband picked out for me, but it's not been set up yet because my schedule has been so tight this weekend that after this call, we are putting the new computer together, so we shouldn't have this issue. And we're getting a new microphone. Look what my husband got me, you guys. Look at this. He gives me this new cool microphone that you set up. Obviously, it's not hooked into this one, but so that we have super quality sound. Are you excited? We're getting all techie. Okay, so anyway, I just want you to know that that's the only thing to focus on is unit size. Unit size. We're going to get really excited about unit size, okay? All right, so now let's hear from the women who went to the event this yesterday. It was amazing. Before we have everybody speak, I just want to say, Nikki, more than one person said to me, you guys, it's a long event. Directors are there at noon. So Nikki trained directors from noon to 2, and then she trained consultants from 2 to 5. So 5 hours of straight training, and I'm going to sneeze here in just a second. And then she rocked out a new guest event for her, which was absolutely awesome. So Nikki worked for 7 hours straight in heels, okay, you guys? And more than one person said to me, I was not looking at my watch. For the first time at a cash giveaway, I was not exhausted by 9 o'clock, wondering when it was going to be over. So Nikki, you energized us. And I think you're the first director that ever came to the cash giveaway that wasn't a national sales director. So that's super exciting. And you rocked it out. You rocked it out. Okay, so Brianna, you're on right there. Okay, we got a little feedback with that, Brianna. I think that's. Can you hear me, Brianna?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm so bad with technology. I'm so confused.
You're there. You're on. We can see you. We can hear you. Okay. So since we've got you right now, why don't you share?
Okay. Is this right?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So what am I sharing?
Okay, so first of all, when you sent the Google Doc, you said that you had, not been booking parties from facials, and that was a limiting belief. So I think this is very important, you guys, how Brianna takes leads from events and how you've learned to turn those into parties right away, Brianna. And you got this, you reached out to somebody, Stephanie Showers, and you got great advice from her. So I think this is key for people. So if you could share that first, how you learned to turn facials into parties, and then what your biggest takeaway from yesterday was.
Yeah, so when obviously I got married last month, and then I had to kind of almost essentially kind of restart my business because I hadn't worked for like 2 weeks before my wedding. So I hadn't worked for like a whole month, and I had leads to work with, but whenever I worked with referrals or Facebook referrals or whatever, I was always booking facials. And so I just got a very simple script, which it doesn't matter what script you use really, but it was, obviously book them for the facial. And then I always give everybody just a small gift card for booking with me. And it would just say, and I can text this out in our Boxer group, but it would just say, okay, great. So your gift card gets doubled when you have 2 or more friends over the age of 18 join you. And when you have 4 or more friends over the age of 18 join you, it gets tripled. So how many friends were you planning on bringing, 2 or 4? And then some people would just say, oh, I think it's just going to be me. And, then you can say, oh, are you sure? Because I really want to make sure I double your gift card to 40 or even triple it to 60. So why don't you ask around and let me know when you have a few friends that are going to join you. So it's like you're not letting them say no. But then honestly, that was even rare. Usually people would just respond with 2. So then they're bringing 2, which is perfect because then that's a party. And so that, I mean, the fact that I was getting responses that was just like 2, I was like, oh, so all I have to do is ask. So that was kind of nice. And then yesterday during, the director training was amazing, amazing. And it was so nice that when she broke down, 20 hours to earn a Cadillac, but like for party holding in there, she had 3 parties a week. 3 parties a week. And that's really nice because then, you book 6 and 3 are going to hold. And I really love that she said, I did not earn my Cadillac by holding parties at my success night. Because sometimes, sometimes you do have people who will only book facials, and those are the people, like she said, that you can invite to your success night. And so you could even have, 3 facials that make it a party. But she really was talking about having parties outside of the success night. And then when she went through the instructor's guide, I really liked that, because, we're lucky enough to have her in our national area that we've seen how she does her skincare class, a super long time ago. We were kind of introduced to that. And not necessarily the note cards and stuff that she puts in the instructor's guide, but it was just kind of an affirmation that I feel like we as a Gelsler national area really, really know how to rock out a skincare class. And if we don't, or if we need, brush up, we have the resources to do so with the training. So I really liked that. I honestly felt, I was sitting right next to Kate and Vicky, and I was like, this is exactly what I do. So it felt really good. But what I want to incorporate is having the instructor's guide in my hand, even though I may not need it. But then, it's just like what she said, it's a recruiting tool, and then everything you're doing is absolutely reproducible.
That's right, being reproducible. And it was so exciting. Brianna, share with everybody what happened at the guest event for your unit last night.
I had 7 personal guests, and one woman that I was very nervous for her to be there because she's very beautiful, and she is in her 30s, and so I don't know why, maybe it's a limiting belief I have, but I'm intimidated by people in their 30s, just because I am a little bit younger. But I don't actually know if I shared this with you, Heidi. I don't think I did. She just actually opened her own law office, and she's like, Mary Kay is not for me right now, but the inspiration from tonight has just like affirmed that it's okay for me as a woman to own my own business, and I can have success at this. And so it was kind of interesting, that she didn't get necessarily inspiration to join Mary Kay, but she got inspiration to be a successful business owner, which I thought was pretty neat. So I still am chatting with everybody today, obviously, to get their opinion. So we'll see on that. But another person who I'm very, very interested in recruiting and is very quality, needs a lot of layers, but we're chatting today, and I'm quite sure that she'll sign up today. But last night I did have a personal sign up on the spot, and I've been layering her for a while. And so then I have a brand new team member, Sarah. She signed up on Friday, and she brought her friend to the event, and she signed up last night. So we did have a few new unit members, but I think what was really important is Vicki and I were talking about this. I booked like 15 people to come, and 7 only ended up showing up. So, it's 15. Obviously, half of that is 7.5, but half a person didn't show up. So, it's 1 and 2 show up. So it's pretty interesting.
And it's so cool because 2 of your women actually earned cash last night too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that.
$300 and $200. That's exciting.
Yeah, and one of the girls that I wanted to sign up today won $200.
So there you go. Tell her we talked about her and we want her to be in our area, okay? And you know what you said, Brianna? It's like Lisa, Nikki, and I had dinner together, which that in itself is so cool, you guys. But we talked about areas that hold parties are strong. And that's where we are getting stronger and stronger, you guys, is that we're areas holding full circle parties, and you guys teaching our consultants. So take what you got with those note cards, you guys, and make that a part. Like Nikki did, they wrote note cards that day, right? I think it's so important that you do that at your success nights, that they actually take the time to write the note cards and put them in their instructor's guide, because we don't do it. Even though we tell them to do it, they don't do it. So you guys, every time you go to a training, take what you need for yourself as the leader and then incorporate that into how you're going to use it to train others. So thank you, Brianna, and it's been fun to see you rocking out these parties. Just 2 weeks, you guys, after her wedding, she is rocking it. So congratulations, Brianna.
Thank you.
All right, Kate Umber, can you unmute yourself? We're going to go with you next.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
The three things that I took away from yesterday, and Nikki totally just blew it out of the water. I was so excited just listening and being in the audience. She was just like, we've heard her speak so many times, and it's just, I love seeing and being able to witness a national area come together, because you just see the transition in that person and that individual, and then like as we're all together, you know, in the people being affected by that as well. So am I crackly or anything like that?
You're okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the one thing that Nikki said that really struck me was that she realized that she was trying to coach her unit members before they had even been taught. And that was like a huge little nugget for me, because I find that I'm like, you know, talking to people about, well, okay, let's do this, and, you know, share with me, you know, who do you, I guess it's just like, go, you know, go book a party. Well, some people don't know how to do that, or you literally have to take it down to the basics. And so I just love that she talked about that, and at her level, that was something that she was experiencing, and that she shared with us. So that was one thing. And then another thing that she shared was that she took her dump list, and I've never heard this before, but she took her dump list from like the beginning of the month when she wrote that down, everything that she had to do, and she created her monthly affirmation based on that information. And so I love that, because if there were certain things that she wasn't necessarily excited to do, she put that in her affirmation, and it didn't bother her. It didn't, you know, it didn't put her off course for her Mary Kay business. She was very focused. So that was another thing. And then, of course, the reoccurring theme of the entire day was creating relationships where people like and trust you. And that was super huge for me, because that completely puts it into a different perspective when I'm having a conversation with anybody that is top of my mind. Does this person like me, and do they trust me? And if they're not, if there's there's a disconnect, one of those two things might be missing. They might not trust me, or they might not like me at this point. So those were three things that I really enjoyed learning yesterday.
Can you hear me, Kate?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of those things. I love the affirmation part, too, of that dump list and making an affirmation about that. And like and trust, guys, write those two words down if you weren't there yesterday. Those were totally Nikki. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Just simple thought process of that's what we knew the day was about, people liking and trusting you. And Kate, going to that, isn't that interesting what Nikki, you said, is that when a DIQ said, well, then people must not have liked me or trusted me because I didn't get bookings. And, you know,
Yeah.
my first thought process would be, oh, no, they liked you, they trusted you. And Nikki said, maybe not. Maybe not. You know, that's something to look at. I remember that I would hear a training one time where Mary Kay said, if you're not getting bookings from bookings, you're not fun. People don't like you. I mean, Mary Kay said that. And Nikki, for you to be bold enough to really talk about there's a difference between mentorship and friendship, and sometimes having those conversations. But she was able to say that to the DIQ because the DIQ liked her and trusted Nikki, right? So it's building those relationships with each other that we can have those kind of conversations. And Kate, what did you think about this? Because you are, you know, you're a woman who values professionalism. And that's why I looked at you like a crazy person when Nikki said this. But Nikki said that she had heard the definition of a professional is someone who shows up. What's your thought process about that, Kate?
I totally I totally thought that was amazing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You looked like you were still talking. Um, yeah, it's so true because the more that you show up for things, the more your thoughts are changing, and that is the other thing that she was talking about is, you know, changing your thoughts, changing your actions, and it doesn't matter, in my opinion, if you just show up because you're there, you're again around, you're changing your circle of influence, you're changing the 5 people that you're hanging around. And I just really think that's super important because the more that you're at an event and learning from these people and learning from the people at the stage, they're on stage for a reason. And so, and then you're around, you know, your peers in this business, and that's something that's really important as well, especially when you're a work from home professional. So I just, you absolutely change your entire business when you show up for things and you show up for your meetings. And I'm learning that too in my career because I don't have a whole lot of unit members attending my monthly or my weekly meetings, but I love showing up to my meetings because I like having a space to be in. This is where I get to learn and build my skill, and I get to be around, you know, Vicki and Mary Beth and our guests, and it just like sharpens my skill, and it sharpens to watch my skill to watch other people do that too. So
Well, I think it's very important, you know, as we're recruiting people, to talk about that, you guys. Because Nikki said that when you show up, when you join Mary Kay and you show up for a year, it will make you better at anything that you do. So being bold about that, you guys, talking to these new women that we're recruiting and talking about showing up. And then I'm going to just, you know, put this out there, making it worth it. So that when they come to your success night, they're going to get solid training. They're going to get recognition. They're going to get inspiration, right? Mary Kay used to say that an event had to have 4 things for it to be great. This is Mary Kay. Recognition, inspiration, education, and what's the 4th one? Recognition, inspiration, motivation, okay, and training. So if you don't have those 4 things, you guys make sure that you do, so that when your people show up, they believe it's worth their time. I think that sometimes people don't show up, number 1, because we don't sell it enough, and we're not passionate about it. And then number 2, they might show up and then they figure it was a waste of time. And so we got to be good when our people show up. Okay, Tammy, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so what I loved about it is that I'm driving right now, so hopefully I'm not dying. Was I really focused on getting my people there. I mean, I was a bulldog about, you know, inviting my guests, confirming people. I mean, I had 7 confirmed, 3 then confirmed for the day, and 2 showed up. But I had 7 consultants there, and I wanted them to just be in this space to realize how important it is to show up and to see all the different sizes and shapes and colors of Mary Kay consultants. And what I loved most about it all, I mean, everything that Kate said, you know, the affirmations, the do they like me, do they trust me, but even the qualities of people that I'm looking for in my organization, and just with Nikki doing the guest event, made me think of the other people who I just need to have real conversations with, who I'm even recruiting. You know, not once in the whole entire event was anything ever mentioned about us making 50% commission,
Right.
or shopping at a discount, or looking twice as good at half the price. And I think we really discount our opportunity way too much. And so I really appreciated Nikki being like the best student ever and copying Linda Tupin and making it her guest event. It wasn't a Linda Tupin guest event, it was a Nikki Hill guest event. And how you were able to implement what you learned at Summit, Heidi, even though you were kind of like, I don't know if I would ever use this or not, with the Diana Sumter sharing about Mary Kay. I mean, that had people in tears, and people were signing up because they've been affected by domestic violence or cancer, and just getting to the heart of people and showing the heart of Mary Kay. I think that was the biggest thing. And with the qualities of people that I'm looking for in my organization, my husband has been doing that, with a vision for his organization, and he actually uses our last name, because that's the name of our business, Cloud Incorporated. So that's every time I've been in the training, getting filled up that way, I've always been adding different words that go along with my last name to create the qualities that I'm looking for in our organization. So just being able to keep on putting that to paper, and then also putting that right into our instructor's guide, I think is definitely quality. And to get back to having our consultants role play at our success events as well is seriously just huge.
Yeah, isn't that interesting, Tammy, that Nikki said she did this with her consultants and she had them role play, and then they didn't even use the words that they had right in front of them. So if they're not using those words in our success nights, you guys, they're for sure not using the words at their parties. And so doing it over and over and over again, nothing matters but full circle parties and the culture. And you're absolutely right, Tammy. Lisa had asked me to do that PowerPoint at 10 o'clock this morning, right as I was leaving the house. I'd never even looked at it before.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. And you guys, that PowerPoint is great. It's on Kim, is it on our Facebook page?
Yeah.
It's on our Facebook page, so you can just print. But it's so easy, you guys, because on the iPad, Kim saved it for me under photos, and so you can just use it, scroll through it, and it has all of the facts right on there. All you have to do is add your own personal stories to it. But it was true, you guys. Mary Kay is a great company, and like you said, Tammy, not discounting this opportunity. I found that the women who signed up last night seemed super quality, and they were excited about making a difference in people's lives.
Well, and the women who stood up to ask questions,
yes,
they were people who had the qualities that Nikki was listing off of people that I'm looking for in my organization. Not to say they were bad guests, but sometimes we invite people because they're an easy yes to come to an event, and they might not have those qualities. And those people weren't standing up and asking questions. It was the people with those qualities and that work ethic and that grit who were standing up and asking questions and signing up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was exciting, and that was exciting, Nikki. For the first time, I wrote down my qualities of people since becoming a national of what I'm looking for, and grit was one of them. Grit was definitely one of them. So, thanks, Tam. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm constantly growing and working on a daily basis, and I'm writing an affirmation again today.
Yeah, awesome. That's one of the things you said, write an affirmation. That's one of my things to do, too. Thanks, Tam. Okay, Trace, we're going to you.
Okay, can you hear me? I'm ready.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, ditto what everybody else said. My favorite part of the guest event was when she talked about risky and stable. And we actually had a consultant there that had just lost her job. And she had put her Mary Kay on the back burner for her fancy new job. And she's depressed and having a tough time because she's a power and achievement person, and she was really well respected at her job. And Kay pretty much dragged her there. And so, I was kind of waiting. There's a lot of different people in the audience with a lot of different things going on in their lives. And between your introduction, really hitting a lot of those arenas, and then her diving into the risky and stable, I thought it was brilliant. She, I watched that consultant sitting there with her arms crossed, and that's kind of body language that says she's not very open to what's happening. And then as she talked about, I wrote it down pretty much word for word. She talked about, I know some of you are wondering, because you have a stable career. And, where I live in Lamira and Mabel and Theresa, we have a lot of people that punch a clock 9 to 5. And so I was wondering what she was thinking. And all of a sudden I saw her arms uncrossed and she clapped, and I thought, oh my gosh, she is like opening her heart and mind to what Nikki's saying. And then she launched right into the next part, which was talking about Ryan's income going from, and I really appreciated throughout the whole day, she was always so transparent and real. For her to get up there and share the story about Bethany, which I almost started crying all over again, and then take that to Amanda Collins, and then take that to Amanda's conversations, it just, and then sharing her limiting beliefs. I was wondering what they were, and for her to just come out and share them all. I mean, Heidi, I remembered when you shared yours, that moved me so much, because you think that, I don't know, you kind of think that they don't have the same limiting beliefs we do, and it was so healthy. You know, I would have really liked to have taken that further, just because it was only about 10 minutes, and I just would have liked to have talked some of that out. But then going back to Nikki, when she talked about Ryan going from 20,000, and I was wondering what he was making as a principal, so I appreciated her sharing those actual numbers. I'm a skeptic at heart, and I do battle that on a daily basis. And so for her to just be so real, he makes this and now he makes that, and that's 17 years later, and here's me, 14,000, and did you lose me? Can you guys see me? Okay, sorry about that. So when she was talking about herself going from a $14,000 income and jumping to $169,000, a $155,000 increase over 17 years, I mean, I was completely inspired and motivated by her income. I don't know, you know, what everybody else thought about that, but I found that so motivating.
Yeah, that was huge. That was huge to see that. And I should do that with Christopher, because I think his income is even less of an increase than that one. So, yeah, that was huge. Everything about stability versus the opportunity. Yeah, and the transparency, you guys. From everything, from her hurts, from her downfalls, from her limiting beliefs, about her conversations with people, about her real thoughts. Nikki, that, you know, what is that called when you're transparent? What is that called? Vulnerability. Thank you. My vocabulary is not the best today. Vulnerability. You know, that's what you did, Nikki. So thank you for doing that, because that changes lives. Vulnerability changes lives. All right, Trace, we're going to move to Trisha and Tammy. I mean, Trisha and Nikki are getting their hair done. Can you guys have a conversation with us or no? Do they hear us? Are you there? You cannot talk? Okay, they're both having their hair all crazy, so they cannot have a conversation with us. That's hilarious. Okay, Vicky, are you good?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Hold on. All right. I think one of the biggest things that I took away from yesterday, one, Nikki, you did an amazing job. I'm one of the people that told Heidi that at the end of the day, I was actually shocked that it was over. Like, I was like, whoa, wait a second, it's already 9 o'clock. Like, it flew by. And I love trainings, and I love going to trainings. I love attending trainings. But, you know, sometimes it's just, like, mentally draining, and I didn't feel that way. I was, like, eager to hear more. Last night at the guest event, I was eager just to, like, hear more of what Nikki was saying and what she was talking about in the story she was telling about her kids. It was just awesome. But when I go to trainings, and I know all of us go to trainings, and we're eager to hear, and we're excited to hear what is she going to talk to us about, what is she going to train us on. And I circled one thing on my page, because as Nikki was talking, and she was giving us all these tips, and she was, like, during the consultant training, we had the note cards, and we were doing that, and it really affirmed to me, I know what to do. I know what I need to do. I do need to enhance certain things in my skincare classes and other areas of coaching and stuff like that. But I wrote down the word key habits, and I wrote down affirmations and read. And those are two things that I heard Nikki talk about. And Nikki, you trained a little bit on affirmations and how you do your affirmations and how you kind of do the dump list like Kate talked about. But it wasn't like the bulk of your training. You just like sprinkled that in there, and I just kept hearing your affirmations. I just kept hearing, you kept saying the 5 people you hang around, the 5 people you hang around, the 5 people you hang around all day long. And you even said, it's not like you were really hanging out with Lisa Matson. You just had her cassette tape, and that's what you were listening to. And so I circled that because I think that's one thing. And actually, Nikki had asked everybody in the group who does their affirmation every single day. And there's only probably 5, 6 people that raised their hand. So I know it's something that all of us can really improve on. And that was one thing that Nikki said. She didn't change any of her activity. She didn't really change anything she was doing. But the year that no, I might get this messed up, but the year that she did 800,000, the first year, is that right? Or her 700,000? 2 years?
Yeah.
Whatever it was, whenever you did your big leap, Nikki said she changed her affirmations and reading were the two things that she just included into her daily routine. So I really liked that part of it because I know it's something I need to do, and doing that dump list and just writing my affirmation and just keep doing what I'm doing. So I think that was like one of the biggest things I took away. There was so much stuff. I immediately implemented those note cards. Hi, Rob. I immediately implemented the note cards that she had for the skincare class, and it was a little rusty because I had a facial and a double facial right after we had that training, but I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I don't care if I didn't practice it. I know I need to do this, and it was amazing. I was like, booked 2 follow-up appointments. They all gave me 10 referrals, which I usually not. They usually just fill out just the numbers that are there. So I was like, okay, I did exactly what you told me to do, Nikki, and it was just hilarious. So it was rusty, but I did it. So there, that's my takeaway.
Oh my goodness. And did you have, oh, sorry. Wasn't your person who was there for the double facial, didn't her name get drawn for like $500 or something?
Yes. Yes, she did.
Did you tell her?
Yes, I did. I messaged her. I'm like, I'm so sorry. You should have stayed.
And it was the beginning of it. I mean, people never have a win.
I know. This is she's like, oh man, I never win. Like, well, you did tonight, but sorry.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's the tip to tell people. And Trisha's getting her hair done. I don't know why I'm echoing. Hey, Trisha's getting her hair done, but you guys, she won the consultant $500 last night. So we had big winners from the Gals International area. Like, Vicky's person was called, but she wasn't there. Kate's person was called, but she wasn't there. But then Brianna had one consultant and one guest, $300 and $200. So that's exciting. Congratulations, you guys, for that cash giveaway. All right, so I think that's everybody. If Trisha and Nikki can't talk, we would love to see your faces in the, we want to see your heads being processed, though. Can you put your head in the camera, or can't you do that? Let me see you. Okay, there's Trisha with her foils on. And there's Nikki putting it on to Nikki. Steph Rossi is doing both of their hair, you guys. So, hey, Nikki, what we want to know is put it on Boxer later, because you know me, I am jealous of time with people. And Lisa had an intense conversation with you at the end of the night, face to face. I want to know what she said to you. Okay, that's what I want to know. What did Lisa Madison say to Nikki Hill? Inquiring minds want to know. So seriously. Okay, anything else? What the note cards were. Okay, Becky has a question about what the note cards are. Are those on the app, you guys? Nikki, is that on your skincare class, or can someone answer for Nikki on the app, the note cards that she used? Anybody know the answer to that question? I don't think they are either. So, Becky, what they are is that Nikki wrote 5 note cards that have specific words that you say for each part of the party, for the kitchen coaching, for the opening, and then the consultants write them into they take those note cards and they put them right into the instructor's guide. So if that training, Nikki's going to send them to you. They are typed up, says Trisha Bless, okay? So she will send them, and we'll put them on the, we'll email them to you, and we'll also put them on the Facebook page. But then what Nikki did, Becky, is that she had them write it down, hand write it down right while we were there, and then they're going to paper clip them into their instructor's guide. And so she tells them how exactly she gets the guest list. And like Vicki said, she numbers the back of the profile card. It's already 7 for that referrals, and then she adds 3 more, but she calls it a guest list. So all of Nikki's words are right there. So the words that are on the app, but then put onto note cards. Okay, so thanks, Beck, for asking that question. Okay, anything else? If you have another question, go ahead and text me. Text me that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it was just amazing training, amazing all day long. Nikki, your stories just kept us laughing. it was absolutely awesome, and we did record everything. Okay, so we will get those recordings out to you ASAP as well, and those will also be on the app. We'll put some recordings on the app, you guys. That's probably going to be the easiest way for people to get them, is on the app and on the website. So what is today? Today is December 15th. Work hard today, sisters. Work hard for this next week, right? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 8 days, guys. 8 days, okay? And then take a couple days off for Christmas. Have a great time with your family. Live in harmony. But work these days. You know, I was talking, Nikki has a consultant who was there last night at the guest event. She has the party book for December 22nd, and people are coming to it. It's not too late to have bookings and to for sure book between Christmas and New Year's, you guys, to hit your goals for this month. Because here, let's be clear on this, okay? You're going to have base production this month for people finishing their star today or earlier, and you're going to have people who have ordered for Christmas. There will not be base production in January. There will not be base production in January. Your production in January will come from the recruits that you recruit this month, okay? And they're going to come from you recruiting new in the month of January. January is a director-driven month. So please do not wait until January 1st to get bookings on your books for January. It is right now that you're booking at the end of December and January, and being on purpose with that, or you're going to be sad and you're not going to be working until February. Okay, so just know that as a leader, take personal responsibility. Nikki talked about that yesterday, personal assessment, and going what needs to be done and who's going to do it. And this is my business, this is my career. I am taking charge of it. Okay, you guys, take control. What you do today will matter for the next 6 months. What you do today will matter for that Cadillac. Today does matter. Today does matter. Oh my goodness, so I'm so excited for you. So finish up today strong with those stars. Finish up today strong with those agreements, okay, you guys? Get those in. Keep your word to yourself about 5 by the 15th. Start making that a new habit. Put that as part of your affirmation. Make that as part of your affirmation. We always have 5 new agreements in by the 15th. Are you saying that? All right. So number 1, change your thoughts, like Nikki said. Number 2, change your words. That's saying those affirmations, like Nikki talked about. Change your thoughts, change your words, change your actions. And you know, Nikki, when you talked about the only thing that she changed that year when she went to do the trip was reading and, you know, saying your affirmation. But she was already holding 2 parties a week, you guys. Are you already holding 2 full circle parties a week? Because those actions do matter. Okay, and then you will change your results and change the world. Guys, I can see 100% of us in Cadillacs by seminar. Could you get excited about breaking a company record and having 100% of the sales directors, not the new ones, but the ones that are in right now, in Cadillacs? 100%. Why not us? Why not us? Party holding directors. We will change the face of Mary Kay Cosmetics, you guys, if you're willing. If you're willing. And that's one of the things that I put in my list of qualities of women, was willingness. Okay? I love you guys. I believe in you. Trisha and Nikki, send us pictures of your new hair. Okay? Put it out there. We love you. Have a great day. And nothing matters less than the score at halftime. Bye, everybody.